In today's episode of Biting About, we are exploring inner city Johannesburg. I'm on Fox Street at the moment. On the one side of Fox Street, you have Newtown. On the other side of Fox Street is Maboneng, which I'm approaching. Now, if you think of Maboneng, it really is the prime example of rejuvenation and gentrification in Johannesburg. There's a hive of activity. It's got a real community feel to it. But more than that, it has great examples of architecture, of street food, and it also houses some of Johannesburg's top restaurants. Now, Amanda's running late as per normal, so to get a good feel and understanding of Maboneng, we're visiting Curiosity Backpackers, and they've given us a guide for the day that's going to show us the hidden gems that Maboneng has to offer. Maboneng. Really, Maboneng on a Sunday is something else because they've got the market on Main, obviously Arts on Main on my right-hand side, but you'll see everywhere there's little coffee shops and art galleries and designer boutiques full of hipsters, but also full of international tourists and locals looking to explore Johannesburg. The sun is shining today in Johannesburg, but don't let that fool you because it is freezing cold. Amanda doesn't usually dress as badly. It's my blue jersey, okay? You happy now?
I found some stuff in the back of Janez's boot. I was freezing today. It's really, really cold. And we'll be exploring the Maboneng precinct, and what better way to explore it than with a tour guide?
We're going to start off at Curiosity Backpackers, and Tsepo's going to take us around Maboneng and show us kind of parts of this place that we haven't seen before.
And what's beautiful about having a tour guide is that they show you the least unexpected gems and places you wouldn't ordinarily find on your own.
You ready to explore?
Yes, in the cold.
There we go. After you.
Hello.
How's it?
All right, my name is Tsepo Mokoni, born, bred, and buttered in Soweto. Now live in this lovely place, Maboneng Precinct. I'm a guide by profession and I manage Curiosity Backpackers, which is this lovely space mainly for travelers aiming to change what people think about Johannesburg. So most of the people that we get here are just young travelers from Europe, and we've seen an escalation of domestic travelers, people coming from Durban, Cape Town, to come spend just a couple of weeks in Johannesburg. Before we acquired this building, it was home for Pacific Press, which was one of the biggest printing companies doing a lot of stuff with the anti-apartheid movement. So we're told that the likes of your Tokyo Sokgales, your Nelson Mandelas, your Desmond Tutus would hide out on the mezzanine level there. So just to play around with the history of the building, we've called our bar the Hideout Bar. For a very long time, Maboneng and the city of Joburg, it had a very bad reputation. And with this new development, it's like an urban regenerated neighborhood. It's very interesting how to see people live in gated communities and coming in areas where people can just walk around, enjoy the food, the vibe, the restaurant, the bars. So it's a very cool area for young people and a lot of locals to come and engage with. So I'm going to be taking down Maboneng, starting at the nice container park, which is the Mavericks Corner. From there, leading you all the way down the road to the market where you're going to engage and taste the food. And then from there, we're going to be going through the Cosmopolitan and stop at the Whippet Cycle just to check out the bikes they have there.
Awesome, I'm excited to explore Maboneng.
All right, cool. I'm going to just take you a nice stroll down the road, take you to the Rally, which is an apartment that we have on top of the roof to give you a nice view of Maboneng and the city. And then from there, we're going to explore more and engage with the whole area.
Amazing, let's go.
All right, cool.
I guess Maboneng is like Europe. It's all about walking the streets, huh?
It's a very interesting neighborhood. And it's interesting how a lot of locals now started walking around even at night to enjoy their bars and the restaurants.
Oh, so it's completely safe?
It's completely safe.
So I see there's a mural over there. Maboneng seems to have quite a few of these murals. Is it a thing for the area, and which kind of artists or people paint them?
That artwork is done by an artist from Cape Town. He's the godfather of graffiti. His name is Falco. But what Maboneng does is, well, it commissions a lot of artists. And artists are always the catalyst of bringing back the neighborhood. So they were the first one to come into an area, did a few murals, and that's how the developer also marks most of his buildings as well. Cool, so just to the right here, this is the Mavericks Corner. And the idea of it's just mainly giving young entrepreneurs an opportunity to start businesses in the area. Very interesting how they used old shipping containers and turn them into functional spaces from restaurants, cafeterias, galleries. And it's very interesting that the containers just got from a kilometer away in this area. So it's become a very hubby-bubby area of Maboneng as well.
So Maboneng is based on using existing industrial supplies and turning it into some sort of art.
Correctly. One of my favorite spots is the sculpture, which we know is the rally. It's a nice lighthouse on top of a roof.
So this is your secret spot.
This is my secret spot, and up here,
Also the
This
highest
is-
open-air toilet in Maboneng.
so cool. Here, Amanda, this is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
This really is where the magic happens. Can you rent the spot?
Yeah, this spot goes for 750 a night. And then from up here, you can get a beautiful view of the city. And you can actually see how far Maboneng expands, just 4 blocks away, all the way to that extra city building.
Think about that, for 750 a night. A penthouse. A penthouse.
This is a penthouse.
This is a penthouse.
Blizzard.
And there's a very cool old truck that is now converted into dessert store. The ice cream there is amazing. So that's one of my favorite dessert stores in Maboneng.
So we were just discussing how they use old industrial supplies and turn them into art. And this here is a broken down truck which they've turned into a luxury dessert store. How cute is
It's
this?
amazing. Do you guys want to try some?
Yeah, sure.
It's cold, but I'll have an ice cream. I like my sauce like I like my ladies.
I guess you guys are in the...
Thank you, ladies.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Thank
We
you so
think your
much.
store's really
Cool.
cute.
It's very cool. We didn't really feel like the ice cream, but the store's very cute. It's too cold for ice cream. Ciao.
Hello, Nana.
Ciao.
Ciao,
Thanks,
Felina.
guys.
Let's go.
Nizoshera. Okay. I love how integrated this whole neighborhood is. From the vibe, the young artists, the public art, the beautiful architecture that's around here, and mainly just how people just interact with each other on daily basis.
My name is Bradley Kirschenbaum. I own a company called Love Josie Design. We're a t-shirt and product brand. We started 12 years ago. In 2011, we had a shop here at Arts on Main, and we were challenged with the opportunity by the developers of the Maboneng precinct to start a weekly market. When Perpetuity discovered this building, it was just lying empty. And they built it and they transformed it into restaurants, artist studios, space for a market, etc.
Hi, my name is Angie.
I'm Annabelle and we're from Joe Best. I think Maboneng's really cool because there's little pockets of different things to do. So there's obviously the market, little coffee shops.
And there's loads of different types of people here from all walks of life. So you'll get people from Fourways coming through, from all sorts of places. So it's a nice mix.
The food market in Johannesburg is much more about regional food. So, you know, there's the Portuguese food, the Chinese food, the Asian, all the different types of Asian foods, different types of African food.
And a lot of it's kind of street food or organized around street food. So it's not kind of the formal setting.
Come hungry, that's what I suggest.
If you're living in Johannesburg and you haven't been here, you're missing out, right?
Yeah, this is great artisanal food. There's a lot of options around here. So I think let's just go around and have a chat.
I already saw some chow mein. I want chow mein, I want dim sum, I want some dessert, I want it all.
You sound like you're sorted.
I'll see you guys later. I'm going Josie's
Right,
Smokehouse.
well, I'll go prep my stuff this time.
I'm going. Thank goodness today's Sunday. Because, like, if you're trying to watch your weight and you're at a market, it's not gonna happen. I'm getting it all. I want chow mein, I want dim sum, and maybe some dessert. I saw some really pretty cakes.
What is that one? What is that? That's the pulled pork. I want one of those too.
Please feel free to add fresh chili in mine.
Oh, you chili? I'll be like 5 minutes, 2 minutes.
5 minutes, 2 minutes.
Pulled pork, apple mousse, chili and mustard.
The only thing is that I'm worried about, it gets so full here. Where am I gonna sit down and eat? Like, am I meant to like eat standing? That's the only worry I have.
Okay, please don't film me eating this. It's going to be messy. I should actually listen to you. I just went for this because it looked good. But you probably know best.
Yeah, for sure.
Eh? What are you going for?
I'll go for one which is like a nice Greek wrap.
A Greek wrap, okay.
Cool. And now for some dim sum. Follow me, let's go.
Oh, it's so good. The key to this market is when you arrive here, you've got about 25 minutes to eat as much as you can. Because after 25 minutes, you're full, it's too late. So stuff it down, meal after meal. I think we're 10 minutes in here.
My word.
Okay, what do you recommend, the beef or the chicken?
One of each.
Inez, I really love this place, but I was just saying, like, my only thing is eating standing.
Yeah.
Like, unless I'm gonna arm wrestle someone for a bench. Thank you, Inez.
Oh, really good. Really good.
This is really delicious. Hello.
Okay, I'm embarrassed now. Let me get out. Okay, let's get out of here. Bye-bye.
For many years during the 80s and 90s, the Joburg was very dead and dangerous. But there's been some amazing, brave property developers that have taken the plunge, bought old buildings such as Arts on Main, developed them into areas like this where people can just have a great urban inner city lifestyle. And that's what I love about Maboneng.
You probably would have noticed that cycling is a huge thing now around. And hipsters are all using all these single-speed fixies, which I think you should get yourself one.
Okay, so this is Maboneng's coolest bike store.
The Whippet cycle.
What do you guys do here with these bikes?
We build custom bikes and we have all classic vintage bikes.
Okay, so some of them are old, some of them are new.
Yeah, some of them are old, some of them are new, yeah.
And I've seen you put a whole lot of frames, so I can literally choose a frame, choose a color. You'll put on the wheels, the
Put it
seat,
together for you. yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
A fixie, it's mostly like a track bike. Don't stop pedaling on it, it pedals back and forward.
Can I change the pedals? I don't really like those.
Take the silver ones, are they okay?
Can I take the silver ones?
Yeah.
Cool. That was the easiest sale you've ever had. I didn't even negotiate the
Thanks.
price. I'll take it for 4.5.
Yeah, no problem, 4.5 is fine.
Cool.
Got a new member in the bike crew.
New hipster in Maboneng.
Another car.
I just have to SMS my wife now to ask for permission, otherwise she's going to shout at me. So I'm just going to send her a message. Baby, I just bought a bike.
Amazing rims.
Looks cool, eh?
Yeah, what happens when your wheels are finished?
Just come back to the store and
Yeah, I'll
to
fix
come-
it. You know what the thing is? You buy a new bike for probably double this, and it's a new piece of crap.
Yeah.
And this is an old piece of good.
And as we're gonna go down the road, you're gonna see the Cosmopolitan building, which is one of the oldest buildings in the whole neighborhood. It's dating all the way since 1899. Officially unveiled in 1902, because between 1899 and 1902, there was the Anglo-Boer War, which meant that a lot of production had to stop.
And inside they've refurbished everything.
They've refurbished everything, they've still kept the old staircases. So let's just go across and check it out.
So we'll walk across and then you can cycle across, Mr. Hipster.
You guys aren't cool enough for me. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.
See you on the flip side.
He's mad.
Mainly for the elite, they had a jazz bar, a boutique hotel. It's very sad that it suffered under decay. But now it's home for cool boutique stores. They're gonna be opening a gallery and a restaurant. There's a nice sculpture park garden in the back. So I'll introduce Jonathan, who is the brainchild of bringing back this popular building.
Fantastic.
All right, cool. Go inside. Oh, right, for sure. This is still Jonathan.
The stairs as well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Jonathan Fremantle. I'm the owner of Hazard Gallery just down the road, and now the co-owner of the Cosmopolitan, this lovely old building you see here. I always like to refer to her as this grand old dame. She's like a duchess, or the dowager. And, you don't inject Botox into the cheeks of a grand old duchess. You keep her wrinkles, you want her to tell her story. So the way we restored it was very gentle. You know, we've kept the language of the building and the story that's gathered over all these years, but restored the inner bit. So many of the inner spaces are the same architecturally, but we've repositioned them as shops and gallery spaces and restaurants and cafes. And then the garden was landscaped by a guy, Patrick Watson, and his idea was riffing off this idea of this grand old dame. You know, what garden would this old lady have? So all the plants are plants that were popular about 120 years ago. Roses, rhododendrons. And the idea being there's this edgy, urban, vibrant inner city redevelopment. And in the middle of it, there's this lovely old building with this old, sweet granny's garden. All the work you see will be changing, you know, and some intervention with street art, and we're using this idea that you know, this young, vibrant edge in an old building. We're using the garden as a kind of as a canvas for that. And then upstairs we've got a concept store with international brands and local brands, the very best.
I'm Dino Perotti. I'm part owner of Black Dog Clothing in Maboneng at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. We are a local brand. We manufacture locally and we support the local trade, so we're proudly South African. We import our fabrics as well as our yarns, and we have our knitwear people doing obviously our knitwear and our jerseys. And as far as our clothing is concerned, everything that you see in the store is designed between myself and my partner, Maxine Mauerberger. She's actually the creative behind and the brains behind the whole project. And together we're actually quite a formidable team. We decided to come to Maboneng. I felt that there was a bit of a buzz and a hub happening in Maboneng. I think it's an up and coming. It's only a 4-block radius, but I believe that if this energy continues, it's going to start spreading and maybe meet up with Newtown. So I think there's a lot of potential. Okay, Janez, I'm going to love for you to try on this jacket. I think this is going to suit you beautifully. It's a great jacket. So I'm going to basically show you how you can actually wear this. There's so many variations of wearing this. So now, generally, you're going to start your evening. There's a button on the inside here.
Close that up.
Close that up quick. You're going to get the idea that this is going to button up all the way down to here. You're going to be looking like that. You can also adjust the buckles.
Yep.
Your neckline. So now what we can do now, we can break this down in various ways. So, you know, you get your cocktail, you know, you're not going to be like this all evening. And you can actually take this across to this side.
Oh, wow.
And you can do that with your jacket.
Oh, that looks great.
So
look at that detail. You guys actually came up with this. This is your design.
Well, more from our partner's side. She was very creative with this jacket.
But it's a local creative product. It's locally manufactured.
I had the idea for the jacket, and she took it to the next level, which is great. So now you can also do the same as in that. So now you can change it, the whole look from there. This is a unique item that you're going to be finding in South Africa and only in South Africa. It's not mass produced. There's only a certain amount that are going to be out there, so you're not going to see everybody else wearing it.
I love it. I've bought a bicycle. I might as well buy 3 jackets.
Well,
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
The name Black Dog, where does that come from?
So that comes from my own personal dog. It's a German Shepherd cross Black Labrador, and we honored the name to him. He's an 11-year-old legend. And you know, he came into my life at a time when my chips were down, and you know how animals are, they always lift up your spirits. And so we honored the name to him, man.
Fantastic.
He's my alter ego.
All right, guys, I guess I have to love and leave you. It's been a great pleasure showing you guys around. But before you go home, I'm going to introduce the Shea Argentinian Grill, one of the best restaurants not only in Maboneng, but in the whole city of Joburg. You're going to love the artisanal food.
I love a good steak. Thank you so much for the awesome tour.
Awesome day.
Thank you for letting me buy a bicycle.
Oh, cool. I'm a hipster now.
I'm a proper hipster.
Thank you so much, Tippo.
Thank
It's
you,
been a
many
lovely, magnificent day, and I'm hungry again after the market, so I'm really keen to try the Argentinian.
Shea's a perfect spot for you.
Thanks.
Cool.
My name is Oscar Faraldo. I'm originally from Uruguay, from Montevideo. My colleague is from Buenos Aires. This used to be a panel pizza. We try to keep the roughness of the building. We try to keep the heritage of the building, which ties in with the whole Maboneng project. I don't imagine myself doing a steakhouse in a gas grill. So we like to use firewood. We like to keep it simple. We believe that when the beef is good, and it's cooked well, all we need is a little bit of salt, pepper, olive oil, and that's basically it.
How does this system work?
Well, the system works. This is just a rotating device to pick up the grill or to lower it.
Can you make me one at my house so I can fry Argentinian style?
This is my design. So
Really?
I don't know if this will fit in your house, but we can do half. The landscape of Argentina, as in Uruguay, provides very good beef because it's flat landscapes. So meat is very tender because the animals don't have much muscle, you know. Today we're doing something special, okay, that we have on the grill, and it's a pork neck.
Okay.
It's stuffed with blue cheese, with mustard, with sweet peppers and bacon. All right, and we're gonna do that with a papa domino, which is grilled also. It's a potato, it's a baked potato, done with butter, garlic, white wine, thyme, and sage.
This looks amazing.
The first dish is the one we spoke about earlier, the pork neck.
Yes.
With the potato, the rocket salad. This here is
The most popular here.
our most popular here in the restaurant is the ribeye
Yes.
with roasted sweet potatoes.
Delicious.
Oscar, you've got such a great story because, I mean, it really is humble beginnings. You started off with your own stall in the market, and now you own arguably the best steakhouse in Johannesburg.
We are very proud of what we've achieved. We are very thankful for our customers. We have a very nice crowd that has been following us, and that is why our place here has become a success, what it is today, you know. It's all thanks to the customers as well, you know.
Bon appetit. Should we dig in?
Yes. Buen provecho.
This meal is delicious. The sweet potato is so fresh. The steak is so simple but still bursting with flavor. We have had a fantastic day. I mean, we started, what did we do today? Walking around the streets, we discovered the old Cosmopolitan Hotel. Janez bought a bike, we cycled, we had tons of meals at the market alone. You know, if you're gonna come to Maboneng, make sure you come early. It really is a full day experience. And even though it's just 4 blocks strong, we are exhausted. You come early, you leave late, and there's no better place to end the day at this perfect steakhouse.
I'm exhausted, but I'm inspired and I'm energized because, I mean, think about it. Who needs New York, London, or Tokyo when you have an inner city revival right here in Johannesburg, in one of the top steakhouses in the
Cheers
country?
to share.
To the inner city
Salut.
revival.
To the inner city revival. Cheers.
Oh, did we cheers? Don't miss me.
We went all together, didn't we?
Oh, I don't know.
It's very exciting because on the one side of Fox Street, which we're on at the moment, we have Newtown, the bottom. So we're on Fox Street at the moment. At the top of Fox Street, no, the bottom.